All right, what we're going to talk about in this video is the tonic position fingering for your left hand. So let's do a quick review. If you remember, um, the major scale is a direct extraction from the chromatic scale. So think about the chromatic scale as being the scale that contains everything, and each note is separated by a half note. And what we do is that by applying a formula consisting of half notes and whole notes, you extract the major scale from it. So in this case, we got C major scale. So that formula that I just had laid out there can be rearranged into positions that make it make a range of notes a lot easier, more accessible to us at any given time, so we don't have to keep playing up and down the neck all the time. So if we were to take this formula but in the key of F, we're going to arrange it so that you're going to get our first position. All right, so in the key of F, so if I show you the notes, those are all the notes in the key of F. So I'm going to take those notes from the formula and rearrange them into our first position. Okay, so our B flat goes here, C, D, E, F, and then we just repeat it. So this is going to be our first basic position, and we call this the tonic position. That's the name of it, or first degree position. So let's go ahead and just analyze this position. But before we get to that, let's take a look at what fingering we would use. And again, in the end, you come up with your own fingering and even your own shapes. You don't have to necessarily use this one, but this is the one that it's a standard one a lot of people know. So fingering would go like this. Again, this is just a generic fingering. First, second, fourth finger, then it repeats itself again. And notice that it's a 1, 2, 4 that's being repeated a lot in this particular fingering. So that's again a standard fingering for this particular position. Now, if you remember, part of the theory about this is these letter note names. We can analyze everything with respects to numbers. Each of these notes are assigned a particular number because of the order it is from the order that they take from the starting note. So in this case, our starting note is F, so that's going to be called T for tonic. Okay. And then the second degree is G, so it's going to be called number 2 or a second degree, third degree, fourth degree, fifth degree, sixth degree, seventh degree, and then we just repeat the tonic again. Okay, and then it just continues from there. 4, 5, 6, 7, tonic, 2, 3. Okay, so the name again of this position is called the tonic position because our first finger starts off on the T, the tonic. Other people, when I first was shown these basic positions many years ago, referred to this position as the 2-3 position, or sorry, the tonic 3 position, or the 1-3 position, because this note here and this note here happen to be T and 3, or 1 and 3, and so that was just a naming convention that was used back then, I guess, but maybe still today some people use it. Just to keep things simple for us, I'm just going to keep calling it the tonic position because that's the starting note. Okay, so with these, with this position, let's get a plain example so you know what it's going to sound like. Another thing that I want to say about this particular position and all the positions is that there's a chord associated with each position, and this tonic left hand position has a chord associated with it, and it always starts with the starting note, right? So in this case it's going to start with F. F is going to be the name of that particular chord that goes with this position. A lot of chords belong to these positions, but we're gonna call it like the most basic chord that's easily associated with this position is going to start with that starting note F, and because it's a chord and not a scale, we're going to refer to that first note as the root. So as a scale, we refer to it as a tonic, but as a chord, we refer to it as the root. Okay, so here's so that's R, so that's the root, that's the first note, followed by the 7th, then the 3rd, okay, and then I'm going to put in the 5th right here. Even though it's not really contained within that position exactly, the chord kind of fits there. So I'm gonna put that in. So I'll outline it a little bit better here with the line. So that's going to be our chord. Oops. And you can see how I'll just make it a black note, so you can see that it's not really part of the position per se, but it's an easy chord to grab there. So let's take a look at a plain example of how this will turn out.